Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and hello and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're joining from. My name is Dr. Sarfraz Hasni, and I'm the moderator for this session. And I'm Director of Lupus Clinical Research at the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland. And I would like to welcome all of you to one of next in a series of webinars arranged by the APNA Medical Education Research, International Training and Transfer of Technology, or APNA Merit Subcommittee, which have organized the series of webinars under the topic of clinical research landscape challenges, landscape challenges and opportunities. So today we are joined by two of our clinical research colleagues from Rawalpindi Medical College. The first is Dr. Asma Khan, and a brief introduction is that she's an associate professor and the chairperson of clinical trials unit established in Rawalpindi Medical University. And she's also the chairperson of Pharmacovigilance Committee at Holy Family Hospital and is working to improve the standards of perceptions of lighting. And she will present the structured research model of RMU, or the Rawalpindi Medical University, in alignment of mission statement of RMU. She's also going to talk about she's also involved about, she'll also explain to you about the organogram of clinical trial units and the progress of the clinical trials conducted in RMU since its establishment. She's also joined by Dr. Asif Maqsood Butt, and he is also a senior faculty member in Community Medicine Public Health Department at RMU. So without further ado, I will request Dr. Asma Khan to please take it away. Thank you so much and welcome.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Before starting my presentation, I would like to thank the organizers of this webinar to provide us a stage and to share and showcase our research potential. And I would not over-portray the research potential of my institute, and similarly, I would not undermine our research abilities. Initially, this presentation was planned to start with the message from Vice Chancellor, Professor Muhammad Umar, but due to his health issues, he could not join us either through the recording or in the live session. So as we all know that the RMU is a newly established university and was established in 2017, and right after its establishment, soon the world had to face COVID pandemics and had to shut down the all the activities, though that pandemic had taught us the newer ways of communication and research opportunities as well. So the vision of Professor Muhammad Umar was to build a research culture in RMU right from the day he took the office as principal Rawalpindi Medical College back in 2013, and he continued his endless efforts after taking charge as Vice Chancellor RMU as well. And he developed multiple forums within the RMU where one can present his research, whether as a student, as a postgraduate trainee, or as a faculty member. So this is the mission statement of the RMU, and I had just bold the first statement, that is to impart evidence-based research-oriented medical education. And this was the vision of the Professor Muhammad Umar. And for this mission, he had developed multiple forums. Next, please. So there are three cornerstones of academic health institutions, that is the education, clinical care, and the research. And we focus on the research. And for that, the Rawalpindi Medical University had established a research unit with the 8 steps research model. Next, please. But before starting that unit, the main problem was the major challenge back in 2013 and in 2017 was to develop the research culture and the authenticity of the research. As we all know that the authenticity of the research from an institute is very important, and to build that rapport is very important. It is important that how you can take your negative results openly and how you can present them. It should not always be that p-value should be less than 0.05. It is very important to build that culture that if the p-value is not less than 0.05, it is okay. You do not have to manipulate your research and just present whatever you got. So this was the basic challenges in the RMU as well initially, to build the research culture, to motivate students, faculty, postgraduate trainees, and to invite the visitors in the RMU and facilitate them so that the research culture could be built. And alhamdulillah, over these years, at least we are able to develop that culture. Next, please. So this is the research unit of the Rawalpindi Medical University. The 8-step model of the research unit of the Rawalpindi Medical University. So if you can see this model, this consists of the research unit, research curriculum, that is the research curriculum for undergrad and for the postgrad students, institutional research forum, ethical review board, and the research basic clinical community, Rawalpindi Students Research Society. It is our main human resource in the RMU. These are our undergrad students and they are doing marvelous work. Then the University Resident Research Forum, how they present their paper, their synopsis, their thesis, even their synopsis undergoes through the plagiarism, and the plagiarism is checked for the synopsis, which is not done by most of the universities, but we do at RMU, so that the synopsis should be in the original form and the novelty of the research should be there. Then the research publication opportunities in the form of the JRMC and the supplementary journals of the Journal of RMC. Then the research directory of the faculty. Research directory, that is the faculty research directory, is an important incentive for all the faculties to continue their research and continue their projects. And this is departmental wise. I'll show you the pictures of, there are 3 editions of the faculty research directory have been published in 2013. Next, please. So this is the institutional research forum, and you can see that there is ethical review committee, which is in alignment with the research unit, and there is the Rawalpindi Students Research Committee. They all are working together, and this is the research model of the RMC. It includes undergrad research, visitors research, faculty research, departmental research, and the postgraduate research training. I will not discuss that proper 3-year program or the 4-year programs and the 5-year programs of the postgraduate trainees, because they have the milestones at every year, at every 6 months, that how they are going to write the critical review of a disease and so on. And at every step, they have to complete it, and then that step goes through the plagiarism and the continuous guidance. But from this slide, you can see that undergrad research is the integrated curriculum in the first 4 years. And then after the 4th year, that is in 4th year MBBS, the students have the opportunities to present their posters and present their research, and that is published in the student journal of the RMC. Then the visitors research, we in the research unit of the RMU, we encourage and facilitate the visitors. And there are multiple, Dr. Asif would give the insight of that. There is multiple MOUs signed with other universities as well, national and international, to facilitate the research. Ethical Review Committee, almost every month, we had the meeting of the Ethical Review Committee, and each project is scrutinized from all the aspects. and it has a complete panel of the experts which analyze each and every aspect of the synopsis, and then once it is approved, then it would go for further research. Okay. So this is the fully integrated scaffold research curriculum through 5 years, and in this slide you can see that the theoretical component is from first to fourth year, that it starts right from the first year MBBS and to start the research culture. And believe me, our students, by the time they come to the third year, they know how to do the statistical analysis. They are most of them are good in the using statistical softwares like R and the SPSS, and they are ready to do meta-analysis and so on. And by fourth year, they are already working on some projects, and they have the whole population of the patients by fourth year, and they are now accustomed to the clinical environment as well. So they are doing, most of them, they are doing the cross-section studies, the surveys, but some of them go for the interventional studies as well. So in fourth year, they have the whole poster computation, and that is the practical research component. Then we have the research dashboard. This is taken, this snapshot is taken at today's evening from the RMU website. So this is just to check the authenticity of the patient entry that is done by the postgraduate trainees, and how the patient, what is the patient number in the emergency. So if a trainee later on says that this patient was presented in ER or in the OPD or clinic, so that can be checked out, whether it is authentic, that entry is authentic or not. And our research unit team is continuously checking these entries at random basis, that whether just to impart the culture of authenticity, so that there would be no cooked up patient, there would be no cooked up cases. And that is the research dashboard that is introduced in RMU, and it is working almost 24/7. This is the research directory or the faculty research directory. So you can see that it started from the 2013, and then the second edition was in 2019, and then the third edition was last year, that is 2022. So these are just the title pages. If you can see that they are present in the RME website, and it is a research directory departmental wise, and it gives us a forum, or it gives us a healthy competition between the different departments, that how many publications are done by that department or that unit, or it is now published there. So it gives a healthy competition between the departments, and every department try to make more publications or make more research proposals during the year, so that can be published during the year, and that would be part of the faculty research directory. Though it does not have any thing with the promotions or but just to give a platform or acknowledge the accomplishment of the faculty. It is for the boosting of the faculty, so that the research activities could go on. Okay. So this is the RMU community research model. They are working in the hepatitis eradication program, Congo fever, health education, and the dengue awareness and training program. Dengue awareness and training program started with the start of the summers, and the first dengue awareness seminar was done today, that is Saturday, and it is a routine of the RMU to do the awareness programs in these. So this is the community research model of the RMU. Okay. Journals of RMU, that is the Journal of Rawalpindi Medical College. student journal of RMC that gives us the opportunity for the publishing research of the students of the RMC, that is the undergraduate, then the resident journal of the RMC, then the child rights journal of the RMU, which is children rights journal, which is a newer kind of a journal, and then is the Rawalpindi Students Research Society. And this society is doing amazing work, and it gives us a poster of about 114 posters every year. That is in the 4th year poster competition, and in that competition we invite other universities and medical colleges as well. And it was gives the platform of all the medical colleges in this vicinity to present their research work. Then the clinical trials. The clinical trial unit was established in 2021, and before the establishment of the clinical trials, we follow all the ICH guidelines, that the biostudy rules, Drug Regulatory Authority of the Pakistan, that were published in 2018, and then conduct of the clinical trial guidelines, again by the Drug Regulatory Authority in 8 November 2019, and the guidelines for the organization performing in vivo bioequivalence studies, that is the WHO guidelines. So before, it was something new for us as well, as we all, I'm a pharmacologist myself, and I had studied in books what is the clinical trials and how the new drug is developed, but I would not able to how it is going to be actually done in RMU. So it was a phase 3 clinical trial site. Obviously, it is a public sector hospital. We cannot go for the phase 1, and that is a big hindrance, because at times, due to some rare diseases, if we want to do sample size below 100, so that is a big question mark. That's why we are doing it below 100 if it is not a phase 3 trial. So that is the problem with this. Anyways, the trial unit was established in 2021. Next, please. And the goals of the clinical trial unit was providing the experience and the trained study coordinators, and to provide scientific mentorship for coordinators and investigators, and give them the regulatory guidance, and also provide them the statistical resources. Because when I opened the form of the draft, it was a total alien thing for me, and there are multiple terminologies which even I cannot decode, or I cannot understand what are these terminologies, like what is the good clinical practice, or how can we get the from where we can get the label of the investigational drug. So we decode them, and we by now know how to get them, but unfortunately we could not engage a big we could not get a big trial for the RMU, and through a CRO or so, and there is a very tedious process for registration of trials in Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan, but we are doing our best. We are trying to train our PGTs, we are trying to train our faculty so that they go for more clinical trials. Okay. Next, please. So this is the RMU as the clinical trial site. It is the letter. Next. So this was the formulation of the clinical trial committee. We had initially these members, and these are in alignment of the references I had mentioned earlier, that each clinical trial committee should have a research manager. Dr. Asma Hayat is a research manager. I'm the chairperson. Then the pharmacist should be there. It's the core committee of the clinical trial unit. Quality assurance should be there, and the statistician. Then the principal investigator, co-PI, in charge recruitment side, and the in charge retention side, these would be changed accordingly, according to the trial. So in RMU, ultimately, we are doing two types of the trials, that is the trials in RMU or the trials that are registered with DRAG. The trials in RMU are those trials which are done with the drugs that are approved by the FDA with the same dose and the same route of administration for the same population of the patient, but it is not done in the Pakistani population, or it is not done in the Rawalpindi population of the district Rawalpindi. So these trials are registered in the RMU research unit. While the trials that are registered with DRAG are those trials which have some discrepancy with the FDA approved list. So either they are not approved for the specific population of the patient, then we go for those trials, we go to the DRAG because of the very difficult process of registration with DRAG. We only go for those trials which have some discrepancies with the FDA approved list. So this is the detail of some of the trials that are already done or under process of the clinical trial unit. You can see that the first trial, it is also registered in the clinical trials.gov, UHS, USA, and then the other, there are some other trials which are approved from the ORIC and the IRB approving. We tried to go for the immunogenicity and safety of the hepatitis E vaccine in chronic liver disease, that is the HACOLI in the DRAG, and it is in the process. It has got approval from the NBC, and let's see that what is going to happen next. These are details of some other trials that are in the process of the. So challenges and way forward. Basically, if we see the landscape of the Rawalpindi Medical University or the research, so the first challenge, that is to build the research culture, that is almost overcome as research culture has been promoted in the RMU. Research ethics, yes, we are continuously working on it. On the research ethics, to develop the research ethics, how to give the negative results, how to face if there is some ethical issue during the research that occur during the research. So we are continuously working it, and inshallah we are going to. That is the institutional problem, so that is not the problem with the regulatory bodies. There are multiple memorandum of understanding with the national and international studies, and we are working on that as well. We are not only have collaborative researches with the medical institutes, but with the NAST and with the FAST as well, so that there could be collaborative research. Similarly, there is collaborative researches as well between the department. As I am from the pharmacology department, so I cannot get the free access to the patient. So I work with the medicine department or the gastroenterology or the surgery. So there would be a collaborative research culture between the department as well, and it is already developed, and there are multiple departments which are working together in gynecology and community medicine, pharmacology and medicine, pharmacology and gastroenterology. So this culture is already developed. Yes, the problem is the funding as well. There is an important need of development of the industry academia linkages, but that should be without any pressure by the industry. As if there is a pressure by the industry that after funding they want to get their desired results, then the research authenticity is questioned. So the development of industry academia linkage is important, but without any pressure with the industry. Then another big problem is the registration with the regulatory bodies. Their process is very difficult to manage by the principal researcher or the principal investigator, because it is not possible for a principal investigator to continue go to the Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan and get approval from the multiple, that is the Clinical Studies Committee, then the National Bioethics Committee, and so on and so on. And ultimately, there is another, some other issue comes out, and then the funding. So, and it is not possible all the time to get a CRO for trials, because the CRO comes only for the bigger trials only. So the registration with the regulatory bodies and their processes, and the processes are so slow that it becomes difficult to complete the research within a specific time. So thank you very much. Any questions, or I would like to.
So thank you so much, Dr. Asma Khan. I think we'll ask Dr. Asif Masood to continue with the second part of the presentation. I see that there are some questions in the Q&A chat, and usually at the end, we ask our moderator, who's Dr. Syed Azhar, to pick those questions, and then we will have an open discussion after that. So Asif, please.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is listening to my voice.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much. But being the manager from the Office of Research and Innovation, I'm dealing with the innovation and industrial linkages. And next, please. So the Office of Research, Innovation and Commercialization, the audit department in Rawalpindi Medical University, established in 2019. And initially, as the university was in the early stages, under the guidelines of Higher Education Commission, the few of the seniors who were given the responsibility to take the this heavy task, and Professor Dr. Asad Tamizuddin, Dr. Shirin, Dr. Noor, Amna Noor, and Dr. Aslan. And there are a few of the other seniors faculty members who took this responsibility and initiate the working of ORIC. Next, please. So currently, this is the current picture of the Office of Audit Department, which is innovation commercialization, and Dr. Huma is as a research management, and Mr. Shizad is as the manager of finance. And still, actually, as Dr. Asma Khan has already told you, that 2 years of the COVID-19, which were very heavy on
Asif, we could not hear your voice.
May we request Dr. Asma if she can continue with the same presentation and just continue, because we cannot hear Asif.
I think he got lost connection also. So.
Yeah, Dr. Asma, can you continue? You know, you're familiar with the ORIC. Please.
So RMU ORIC. So basically, RMU ORIC, it was established to make the university to be most innovative medical university by promoting world-class biomedical research and creative research activities. So this was the aim and objective, and to achieve this aim and objective, the basic thing is for fundraising and acquiring grants for research and development. and also the supporting the university's strategic research directions and the plan. For this, they improve the human resource development program and explore the funding opportunities. And we are continuously trying to get the funds through the funding agencies like HEC, to Pakistan, the Higher Education Commission is the main funding agency which provides. But obviously, it requires a lot of documentation, and university has some policies for these funding agencies.
Hello. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, Dr.
Yes.
Asif is there.
Yeah. Sorry. There was technical issue from my side. I hope everyone is listening to me.
I try to continue, Dr.
Yeah.
Asif, you can continue.
Okay. So as Dr. Asma Khan said, 2 years of COVID-19 were very heavy, not on even our Pakistan, but globally. Everyone has faced real big challenges. So, but right now, after 2022, the audit department has started working in a real pace. I have joined the audit department in 2023 from January. Next, please. So this is our one group picture with the little dedicated team, passionate, ambitious, to working for the development of the audit and bringing something new, in Rawalpindi Medical University, and linking Rawalpindi Medical University with the global medical universities, engineering universities, and as well as the other institutes to build Rawalpindi Medical University an innovative institute. Next, please. So we are basically working on all the policies as per the HEC, laid down. So these all policies are well informed on our website, Rawalpindi Medical University, and everyone is brief about all the guidelines and the data protection policies and the IPR, intellectual rights, and other policies, how they are to proceed for the grants and in the research procedures. So they are very well informed, and these are available on our website. Next, please. So our audit information, all the forms, all the data related to the to make all the residents, students, and the faculty members of the Rawalpindi Medical University well informed. These all forms available. The information is available on our website. Yeah, next please. And for continuity of and to make all these solid improvements in our audit department, and building the research culture, innovation culture, and commercialization entrepreneurship well established, that steering committee is being established, which not only support the audit department, but also guide and mentor the audit department for time to time new changes and the what is better for the Rawalpindi Medical University in future. Next, please. As you know, I have told you that we are naive in the innovation chapter. So we have to seek guidance, and as well as the collaborations with all the sister universities of Twin Cities. So these are the few glimpses you will see in the next few slides. Our visits in National University of Science and Technology, our visits in the HEC. So we believe that all the senior universities of engineering universities and the Higher Education Commission will guide in the better way, is guiding in the better way as well, to build a better innovation culture in Rawalpindi Medical University. So these are a few glimpses which we visited officially in Rawalpindi Medical University, allied hospitals, innovative health technologies, and as well as the pathology department and the PASTIC, ComSat, FAST, and other universities. And we also took part in the expos. So to let the world know about the medical university is also leading in the innovation chapter. Next, please. And this is the previous, yes. This is our news development that we are building a very strong relationship with National Science and Technology Park, NAS. And there are many of the projects which are being running in, there are startups, entrepreneurs, which are having leading their products and projects, and the companies which are having innovative projects. And Rawalpindi Medical University is having a collaboration, and many of the projects are under process with these NSTP entrepreneurs. Next. Yeah, we are also having a very strong bonding with the Institute of Science and Technology as well. Their Brigadier Tariq Mahmood is very kind enough to support in the early phase of Rawalpindi Medical University, building a very positive culture, a roadmap, which will lead Rawalpindi Medical University and build Rawalpindi Medical University in an innovative medical university in future. And we are having also 4 patent projects with IST, and 2 of them having the patent already cleared. And there are 5 more projects with IST which are under process. These are a few glimpses with the IST team and the industry, innovation, and industry linkages. You can see there is a in the middle, we are in the one side, giving the conducive environment to the innovator, the patents, designers, and the industrialists. So there are 3-4 members in the one side. On the left side, you can see they are talking about their ideas and innovations and the patents and how they will lead these all products to the commercialization phase. So Alhamdulillah, this is one of the neurosurgery department products which are right now in the patent procedures. And soon they are going to launch, inshallah, in Pakistan. This is another glimpses that industrial linkages. As you know, that industrialists don't know about the how disease progress and how the patient is facing the healthcare delivery issues, how the resource constraint issues are being faced by the patients. As you know, there are many products in Pakistan which are being imported from the China, from Malaysia, from Germany, and their cost is so heavy. And especially when the dollar exchange rate is compromised and they are in a very, there's a big gap between currency. So the burden is faced by the clinicians as well as the high burden is faced by the patients. So patients suffer a lot, not only at the cost of morbidity, but at the cost of the mortality even. So this culture is being built in Rawalpindi Medical University, that we invite the industrialists and show them the real phase of the patients, that they can realize and further progress can be made on the different innovative projects. Next, please. Not only that, we also facilitating the Twin City schools. Leading school, one of the leading school is one of the example here, Beacon School. The student of the all A level, which are going to be in a university state, they visit us regularly in Rawalpindi Medical University, and we show them and give orientation about the research culture, about the innovation, about the startups, about the entrepreneurship, and how they can be a leading leader in Pakistan future, and what is the roadmap. So these are the few glimpses that we have in Rawalpindi Medical University. So we are also establishing a Center of Clinical Artificial Intelligence in collaboration with National Center of Artificial Intelligence. This is the committee, and we are having, right now we are in the phase 2, alhamdulillah, and very soon, inshallah, we will going to establish a Center of Artificial Intelligence in Rawalpindi Medical University. Yes, next. So as Dr. Asma has gone through the research slides. So this is the one of the thing that any innovation base is the research. So if you don't have the research culture, you can't innovate. So once you have the research culture, you find the gaps, you find the deficiencies, and you find the the way forward. So Rawalpindi Medical University, Alhamdulillah, since 2013, first established the research culture, not only in the students, but in the residents, in the faculty, and in all the nursing college as well. So we are, Alhamdulillah, having a good orientation in this, as already been told by the Dr. Asma. Next, please. So these are 5 journals of Rawalpindi Medical University. Next, please. In COVID-19, we published a special supplement of GRMC. Next, please. There's a next coming Journal of International Journal of RMC, inshallah. Next, please. This is next. Next, please. Yeah, this international journal will published by has published the first edition in 2022 in collaboration with the alumni. So Rawalpindi Medical University is blessed with the alumni contribution. So in any institute, in any organization, the alumni play a vital role. So Alhamdulillah, Rawalpindi Medical University is blessed with the contribution which is being given by their alumni from all over the globe, and especially from UK, USA, Malaysia, and New Zealand and Australia. Yes, next please. So capacity building. So this is the very important thing in any organization. So Alhamdulillah, with the vision of our worthy Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Muhammad Umar Star Imtiaz. So he led the culture. Once you have built culture, the success is inevitable. So the steps of the success is that you must build culture first, and then you start the journey on the second phase. So this is the culture of Rawalpindi Medical University, that we not only doing the capacity building in the faculty phase, but from the base that the student level, the undergrad level, postgrad level, and then the faculty level. So whatever the need at this stage, the Rawalpindi Medical University is doing the utmost efforts with its limited constrained resources to build a efficient and effective staff, faculty, and students. Yes, next please. So this is a few glimpses that Rawalpindi Student Research Society, which is the basic of the things, that innovation based on research, and it connects the dot. Once you know the research, you know the gaps and deficiencies, and here is the real phase where you have to put all the investment. So students level is the best phase of the investment. So here you can see the students are dedicatedly this society working for the research culture built up in Rawalpindi Medical University. Yes, next please. And on the other side, this cycle is basically shows the culture of innovation. So we all mentor to the participants, to students, residents, faculty members, that what is the leading research to the innovation, and how you connect the research to innovation. So once they know about the potential, that how they can lead the things to each other, then they can realize. That's what you say, that I cannot see what a mind doesn't know. So mind education and mind psychology is built up is the first strategy. So here we guide each and everything to the all the members of the Rawalpindi Medical University, and every stage we guide them, mentor them, and counsel them. Yes, next please. Rawalpindi Community Awareness Program is another innovative society which first ever has conducted the innovation conference in Rawalpindi Medical University. The grace of the ceremony is being by the WHO representative, Dr. Pletha Maipala, and the HSA Vice Chancellor, Professor Shahzad Ali Khan, and Mr. Arshid Kaim Khani, the CEO Sehat Solar Program, who graced all the end of the service and appreciated Rawalpindi Community Program and Rawalpindi Research Society. There are 60 projects were presented, and out of 60, the 17 projects are selected from the steering committee of Rawalpindi Medical University. The progress is under for the further idea to the prototype and then patents and then commercialization phase. Yes, next. So here are the few of the international MOUs has been done, 14 so far, and we are going to have another, inshallah, 3 or 4 are under process, but so far which has been done with the Holyoke University, Xi'an Jiaotong University, London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, Digestive Disease Center, Beijing Friendship Hospital, Mahasa University from Malaysia, John Hopkins School of Public Health, and University of York. These are the names of the international linkages we have established so far, and the national linkages we have done with the Shahid Zulfikar Ali Bhutto University, Plastic National Medical University, Faisalabad Medical University, Novatic Health Technologies, National Center of Artificial Intelligence, ComSet, and Chuktai Labs. These are the few names which internationally and nationally we are linkage with them. And Alhamdulillah, so far with these collaborations, 70 projects are being under process. And Alhamdulillah, with 2 years, the great dedicated efforts by the audit department and the support of these collaborators, we have achieved 23 projects completed in different areas of innovation. Yes, next, please. We also providing the quality of management system, the training courses, that once you know how to improve the quality of your institute and how to improve the quality standards, procedures, protocols, and the process and the policies to revise them for the betterment of the future and years ahead to come. So this is the training we are being conducted in Rawalpindi Medical University, and inshallah very soon ISO certification will be also done in Rawalpindi Medical University. So we are under process. Yes, these are a few glimpses of the Resident Research Forum. As we are talking, that this is the vision of Professor Dr. Muhammad Umar. At first, in the second phase and third phase, that is the student culture, research culture. He built all the things, and then the resident culture, and then the faculty culture. So these all 3 forums are being established in Rawalpindi Medical University. Next, please. Yes, next, please. Yes, this is the research article culture, which are in process. Yes, next, please. These are regular meetings which are being conducted by the ORIC director meetings in Twin Cities, and consortium has been done. So this was the consortium that how to improve the quality of research and how to improve the quality of innovation by integrating, coordinating, and synchronize efforts with the Twin Cities sister universities. They are information universities, they are the engineering universities, they are the science and biotechnology universities. So they all are in collaboration with Rawalpindi Medical University, and we are working with them in expediting the things so we can build a better and progressive Pakistan. Yes. Next, please. Yes, we also providing the Lady Sangeeta Fellowship this year, 2023. All are in the process. The process of interview and the selection has been conducted. This Lady Sangeeta Fellowship will provide 2 or 3 candidates fellowship, and this is sponsored by one of our great members from the United Kingdom. Yes, next please. We are also introducing the Certificate of Innovation Entrepreneurship in Rawalpindi Medical University, which will give orientation about the research culture, innovation culture, and how they can make themselves young entrepreneurs, and how they can establish their startups, and how they can commercialize their products in the healthcare sector. Yes, an incubation center is also established at Rawalpindi Medical University. We are in the very early phase of incubation center, but we are right now giving orientation to those young entrepreneurs and the innovation projects regarding each and every phase, regarding the business advice, regarding the financial support, regarding the technology support, and the whatsoever they has need for the build up of their innovation projects. Yes, next please. So inshallah, University Postgraduate Research Lab Complex is under process. This will, revolutionize a greater, with a greater impact in the region that is viewed by Vice Chancellor of Medical University, Professor Dr. Muhammad Umar. Inshallah, the PC1 is ready, and the next phase is inshallah under process to establish this mega complex. Recently, we met with the pro-rector, Air Vice Master Chancellor, Dr. Rizwan, and we had a very healthy and high note meeting with him, and he ensured all the support to Rawalpindi Medical University in area of innovation. Similarly, next please. We also met with the Dr. Yas, the second phase, regarding the establishment of Center of Intelligence, Artificial Intelligence in Rawalpindi Medical University. And he is very supportive in guiding each and every step to us how we can have all the protocols regarding establishment of AI Center. There's another advancement, that genetic screening center for prevailing inherited diseases in our local Pakistani population has been established in Rawalpindi Medical University. So you see how energetically and dedicatedly the team is working. We have a very small team, but we are very ambitious. We are passionate, and with the VN of the Vice Chancellor of Rawalpindi Medical University, Professor Muhammad Umar, he guides each and every step and support us in all the phases. So we wish that those who are listening to us, they come forward to support Rawalpindi Medical University, as we are the public university, and we need the support of those who are listening to this voice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Asif Maksud, and thank you again, Dr. Asma Khan, for sharing the resources available at RMU and the research infrastructure. It's very impressive. I will hand it over to Dr. Syed Uzair. I know there is a number of questions in the chat and the Q&A. So Dr. Syed Uzair, please take it away.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sarfraz, and thank you very much, Dr. Asma Khan and Asif Maksud, for such a wonderful and great presentation, and highlighting all the important achievement, milestone, and activities at Rawalpindi Medical University. So we have a question in the chat box as well as in the QA. Some of these questions are qualitative and some are quantitative. So starting from the quantitative, someone asked the exact number of clinical trials so far been completed by RMU. So any one of you can respond. Total number of trials. Can you unmute Dr. Asma Khan, please? You are muted, Dr. Asma Khan.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The trials are not completed yet. They are under the process, as it was established in 2021. So it is the second year of the studies.
Okay.
Most of the studies, they are under the process.
Okay, perfect. So then, we have question, these are the qualitative question. What are the hurdles in building research culture, like the faculty resistance, lack of interest, research methodology awareness? So what is the paramount out of all of these things, and what is the order really you had to cross over?
So it depends upon the motivation of the top management. I guess our top management was very much motivated to develop the research culture, and they want to achieve this aim. So there was a continuous reminders to us that you have to do, that you have to. We were not imposed, but it was a continuous reminder. And ultimately, when there is a continuous reminder, then we start building a healthy competition between the departments as well. That yes, the other department is doing 4 research projects, and my department is not doing anything. Though it does not cause any bad thing to my career, but there was a healthy competition built up. Then the faculty development program was established, and it is a very structured faculty development program, starting from the how to write synopsis, how to write thesis, how to then go for the article writing, what is schemago, what is Jane's side. You should go for the quartile 1 journals or for the quartile 4 journals. So this is the how the faculty they are building up the faculty. And once the faculty is building up, then we are training the main human resource, that is the students. And students are very motivated. They are very motivated when we back them.
Excellent. So another question is, how many of your journals are being approved by HEC?
So the other journals are supplementary journals. The main journal is the journal of RMC. It is approved by HEC, and it is in the Y category. We are working hard to get it in the X category, but for X category, we need collaborative researches. That is why ORIC is very much active to get the collaborative researches and get the collaboration with the other journals as well, so that it could be included in the X category as well.
Another question from Nafisa Tahir, that what type of challenges you had faced while approaching DRAP? So anything more specific out of many issues you mentioned about in DRAP particularly?
The DRAP is something new for us. We do not know DRAP. As a pharmacologist, I had just know that the drugs are developed somehow, starting from the investigation, get the approval from investigation, a new drug, and then you go for the new drug applications, and then animal studies. I had done animal studies during my post-graduation, but I did not know that this happens in Pakistan as well, and they did. Then in DRAP, there is one problem is that most of the committees are composed of the pharmaceutical pharmacists. They are not pharmacologists. They are not MBBS doctors. So it becomes difficult for them to get approval from the clinical studies committees as well. Because if they get any objections, so it becomes difficult. Luckily, we got the registration as a phase 3 trial site because thanks to COVID pandemic. Because during COVID pandemic, they had given approval to multiple clinical trial sites during Rawalpindi, Islamabad, and throughout the country. But it is not an easy job to get a trial registered with the DRAP. Especially in the public sector universities, and when there is no CROs involved, and we have to do all the things ourselves.
Excellent. But just to share with you a good news that there is, we continuously give our input to Drug Regulatory Authority, and the new director, Dr. Ubaid, is a very much supporter. There was a recent change like 6 weeks ago, and he's very receptive. And next time when you approach him, you will find the culture is being changed, and they are revamping many of the requirements. So the draft is there. Have a look to the draft. So that is going to be very helpful. The next question is, do you have a dedicated electronic database of clinical studies conducted so far? If not, are there plans? So, I mean, of course, you are a new university. So basically the question is, do you have a plan to have a dedicated electronic database? But I believe you do have, as you mentioned,
Yes,
one of the, dashboard you just shared with us.
yes.
So I think you do have that.
Yes, sir,
So
we have the dedicated database. Right now, it's under process. Actually, it's developing the LMS and the website and the all the integrated sources are being established. So it will take, I think, few months more. But it's under the VN is being establishing here in Rawalpindi Medical University.
so now there are a couple of questions from my side. So, generally, when we come across the research, the basic issues are we just forget about the community issues. So the medicine is a community medicine. The medicine and the research should benefit the local community as such. So you mentioned about that you are, trying to have the activities in the hepatitis control and dengue and Congo. So my question is, the hub of dengue activity is the northern part of Pakistan and more so the Rawalpindi primarily. It always starts from that side and now it's going to Lahore and Karachi as well. So any specific activity you are doing about the dengue prevention or, the larva or something like that? And secondly, the Congo is a very limited incidence and they are more so towards the Balochistan side, the Congo fever generally. So would you like to highlight, you mentioned about both of these activities, the Congo and the dengue.
So Congo is in our horizon, but we are working effectively for dengue. If you see the dashboard of the RMU website, it gives a complete details of the dengue patients as well. Like the dashboard that shows the patient entry in ERs and OPD. Similarly, there is next slide was it gives the details of the dengue patients as well. And we are training. Today was a dengue seminar that was conducted in RMU, and we are training the doctors from the peripheries around the Rawalpindi district, from the BHUs, from the district, that is the we reach the periphery through the doctors and we train them and they just implement those things in their respective BHUs and through their community awareness programs
Excellent.
to control the dengue.
Excellent. So that's really good. We should address the local issues first. So that is the one question. I'm also a reviewer with the HEC. Some of the lot of grants and the challenge grant in research, but I have yet to see very limited participation from RMU. So is there any specific reason? Because I have yet to see in some grand challenge grant or something like that, the participation is not that strong. As I know, you have a very strong faculty, you have a very strong culture, you have a very strong commitment. So is there something special which is really slowing it down to participate in that grand challenge?
We were not trained enough to get the funds and grants. We were not trained enough. Now we are training ourselves through ORIC because these grants and funding requires a lot of documentation. Then you should keep up with the last dates and the things. And we are somehow or the other committed in multiple exercises. So we are not trained enough to get those, but we are not training our faculties, our researchers to get those things. We had directed ourselves towards the HEC grants.
Thank you very much. I think the time is quite over, like 5 minutes. So I hand it over to Dr. Sarfaraz to formally thank all of you and the participant and the organizer. And over to you, Dr. Sarfaraz.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zad. Before I do that, I think there's somebody asking several times the same question about getting the attendance certificate. So I think you or Waleed can respond to that maybe real quick.
Yes. Yeah, I privately responded to it.
Okay.
And I will discuss with Waleed that there are certain numbers, like X number of, if you have participated, we will be issuing. So I will get back to this point after having a discussion with Waleed. Definitely. That has been taken. The point has been taken. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So I know there are a lot of questions and people want to ask more questions. However, we have to be cognizant of and respectful of everybody's time. And with that, because we're already 5-6 minutes over our time. So at the end, I would like to really thank Dr. Asma Khan and Dr. Asif Maksud from Rawalpindi Medical University for taking time to appraise us about the research development and research infrastructure at a relatively new medical institute, and it's very impressive. And we will continue to engage with them and continue to have this conversation. And then also would like to thank our moderator, Dr. Sayed Uzair, who is the driving force behind these series of webinar, and of course the technical assistance by Walid and his team. So with that, I will end, and then we will come up with we will announce the next webinar, and we will post it in the WhatsApp groups and the email listservs. So please stay tuned, and we will meet soon again with the next in the series of these webinars. Thank you so much again, and salam alaikum.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Rafiz.